Why am I, coming to the here to say some of these things? This is just a summary. You know, the reason I'm saying some of these things is because I want a scenario whereby for people who are facing one, just like I said the other time, there are some whose situation tends to be much more chronic, and I can tell you where someone how someone else's one sickle cell warriors on since chronic is different from others. How the condition of a sickle cell warrior since chronic can be different from that of another person, of another sickle cell warrior. Yes. But nevertheless, you see, as long as the situation is a manageable one, it's something you can manage, you can always find a way around it. There's no room for giving up, there's no reason for giving up. Because the more you move, the more you attain your level of success in life, the more you move closer to your success, to your destination, to fulfilling who you are. The more you are at ascertain comfort, let me put it that way, the more you have, you see, prosperity is attached to your assignment on earth. Your prosperity is tied to fulfilling who God has ordained you to be on earth. Are you getting it? So the more you do what the Lord has said you are, the more you fulfill who you are. Are you getting it? Let me say the more you become more successful. Let me put it that way. Because and then, of course, the more you ascertain success, the more you have a lot of you have resources available at your disposal, to live a comfortable life for yourself. Simply, I tell you once again, there's no you're a sickle cell warrior, you might have faced different things. If you are facing any health challenge right now, I'm telling you, yeah, that situation is not above God for now. That's just the best way I can reach out to you. My prayer, my sincere prayer for you is that you are out of the situation. But nevertheless, there's always room for you to do something. You don't have to always do things the way others are doing things. You can even do better. All you need is just to understand yourself, understand your nature, and then know the things you can do for yourself. Personally, I advise more my audience, the sickle cell warriors, especially for those that the sickle cell anemia has triggered one physical disability in them or not. Has triggered one physical disability in them. I advise that they equip themselves more with soft skills. Now, isn't that you can't engage yourself in works that requires physical energy. No, that's not what I'm saying. In brain work than hard work because for soft skills like graphic design, programming, digital marketing, these are things that you can engage yourself, data analytics. These are things that you can engage yourself with, and then the entrepreneurial mindset. What problem do you really want to solve? Yes, I can say I'm a caterer, I'm a chef, but then why am I not even, being practicing as a chef right for now? Why am I not involved in, the cakes I do bake before, the continental dishes, the samosa, the spring roll, the local dishes that I do before? Why am I not involved in them for now? It's just because I want to manage my health. I just want to stay away from things that I have a lot of things, I have a lot of commitments. So that's why I just okay for now. And many people said you can employ people, you can do. I said for now. You see, stress is not just physical alone. Stress can be psychological. Stress can be emotional. So just because I don't want my attention so divided, I don't want a scenario whereby it's not like I can multitask now, but that's not what I'm saying. But I understand for myself what I'm saying for now. In fact, it's not just only that, there are a lot of things, but for now, why I decided to put those ones on hold for now. It's not like I abandoned them. There are some things you just you don't just rush to do, especially as a sickle cell warrior, the strength might not be there. Okay, the strength might not be there. You don't just rush yourself to do. There are some you have to peg them for this, okay, for this, for that. And then it's not like probably the other, because let me tell you, most times I was listening to Dr. Sam Adeyemi. There was a time I watched one of his video when he was talking about for human beings in life, progress is when we are on motion. For God, progress is you being on one spot, for you to learn a lot of things. So by the time you are to be on motion, those things you've learned, I think it was also Dr. Sam Adeyemi where he said, if you can't travel far within, you can't travel far without. If you can't travel far internally, you can't travel far externally. Yes, yes. So there are some things even God will want you to do. There are some things in your journey of success, in your journey in life, you just have to stay. And it doesn't mean you are stagnant. Okay, it might just be you have some trainings, there are some things you are learning at that point in time that is not just useful for the moment but also for the future. Okay, so there are some things that you don't just do because you don't just no. There are some things you just have to just hold on for, and then okay, you do this, you do that. The goals are still there. Do not eat them. Have them at your left palm, not at your right hand, but make sure that you don't release them to be lost. Yeah, keep them well, keep them, let them remain intact, and when it's time for you to, engineer, you know what to do. Okay, you know when to do. So these are some of the things that I advise some of my fellow audience, especially my fellow sickle cell warriors. Either it's causing any physical disability for you or not, but especially for those that have one physical challenge or the other, either it's sourced from being a sickle cell warrior or not. You know, the best thing you can do for yourself, one of the good things you can do for yourself, is to equip yourself with more soft skills. Engage yourself in tasks that requires more brain work than hard work. You can always do it in life. You can always be good. You can always be who that person who God says you are. Yeah, it's not easy, especially for those that their seems more chronic. You know, I advise you. I tell you, do not look down on yourself, and pay attention to your health. Pay attention to your health. Yes. Where you can even see a fellow sickle cell warrior engaging a task for an hour, a stretch. But because yours seems more chronic, you might not be able to engage it. You might be able to engage it for 25 minutes, 15 minutes. Relax. No, you are not competing with anybody. Everybody is running their own race. Let me put it that way. You're not competing with anybody. How much more saying another person who is not even a sickle cell warrior? So you don't compete yourself with another person. Okay? So just make sure the vision, the goal remains intact, and always pay attention to your health. Eat a lot of fruits, drink a lot of water. Okay, engage yourself a lot in water therapy. So I can tell you, when health is wealth and when your health is intact, I can tell you that your health is one of the capital, is one of the resources you need for anything you want to do in life. Your health is one of them. And I tell you, Adekomi is not giving up. Adekomi has not started. Adekomi still has a long way. The Lord told me sometimes ago in my retreat when I had this particular word in my spirit. I think is it First Kings chapter 7. Is it 19 verse 7 or 17 verse 9? I can't remember very well now. When the angel of the Lord appeared to Elijah and said, "Eat, for the journey is far." I'm feeding, developing my mind, feeding on books. I just like I said, soft copies. I remember one of the books I fed on that is putting me on my toes for destiny is a book written by Dr. D.K. Olukoya, Command in the Morning. You know, I learned a lot of mysteries. It's a soft copy. It was given to me by one of my friends as well. So you need to feed on books, feed on seminars. Do a lot of things that will equip you for the journey ahead. I tell you, the journey is far, irrespective of wherever you are, either a sickle cell warrior or not. You don't got no excuse for you not to feed yourself. Okay, all right. At this junction, I'll be calling it a moment. All right. Do not forget to share. Do not forget to like. Do not forget to follow. Do not forget to subscribe. I tell you, someone else needs to watch this. And then let me also say this, I'll also be coming up in my subsequent videos on how it has even affected my hip, on how my hip was affected, on how, how I work and how, things like that, and how I'm being able to manage myself. And there's this adage in Yoruba, permit me, especially for those that are non-Yorubas, I will interpret. An old woman looked at me one day and was looking at me with pity. Well, people can pity you, but do not be that person that always want to attract pity. Yes, don't say, trying to always attract pity, will just not make you move. Do not always be that person that wants to attract pity. The old woman looked at me and said, Jeremiah, you know, he said, ojú ọba ara àtẹ́lẹsẹ̀ bàbá irin, kí orí ṣe kíní kan. I don't know what else she said actually. So she looked at me and that was what she said. The king, the eye of the body, then the leg, the father of walking, WALKING, Ojobara Atelese Babayan. Yeah, so your eye is the chief coordinator of your sight, your leg is the chief coordinator of your mobility. Yes. I don't really have crisis, but nevertheless, So, but nevertheless, with those two things, with all these things that happen, I do not still, give it a chance. I do not give it a chance. I'm always being able to manage myself, take good care of myself, and above all, I take that position of what can I give to humanity, not just humanity can give to me. I'm an entrepreneur, so I always have the leadership mindset. I always love people around me to be, I don't just think about come and do this for me. People have helped me in time past. What am I also giving out? As people are helping you, you rub my back and rub your back. People help you. What do you do? Don't just be a receiver. Don't just be a receiver of a beneficiary of other people's. Especially even if you're a sickle cell warrior and your health can still, I'm not just telling you to do things outside your health now at the detriment of your health now. But if your health can, why not? Don't sit down. The sky is not your limit. The sky is the beginning for you. Take good care of yourself, have fun, and enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your month. Enjoy the rest of the year. Take good care of yourself. Once again, do not forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow this TikTok page. You can follow me on Instagram as well. Adekomi_inspire the three platforms. Okay. Take good care of yourself and bye for now. Cheers.